Yesterday was actually an important and an exciting day for crypto. And no, I don't necessarily mean in terms of price. Prices sucked yesterday. But the way we closed the day, I think, across the market was incredibly important. And the news that we got yesterday caused a little spark of excitement. And so now the question is, is this where we're going to see the market boom? Are we about to see things take off? And there's one specific signal that we need to be watching here. And this is exactly what is essential for this boom to take place. And people need to watch this very closely. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So this was actually an important close for ADA yesterday. You can see that we closed right at about in line with structure here. We've had a nice bounce back overnight, but ADA did do what we talked about potentially happening yesterday. It did come down. It touched the bottom, basically touched the bottom of its trend. And then we've had a nice subsequent bounce back overnight. And it's printing some very similar structure to what it has in the past in this same kind of time frame we've been looking at. And right now, ADA is sitting very close. I can never draw. Is sitting very close to this important level of resistance right here, right at about 68 cents. You guys can see that we've had multiple daily candles either start or close right around here, support, resistance, right? If ADA can breach this, we have a very short track up to about 72 to 74 cents. That's where ADA is going to want to run to next when this does in fact take place. I'm not saying that this is today, but we just need a little bit more excitement across the crypto market. Now, BTC did something very important yesterday. Close its candles within structure. All right. This was the most important candle close that we could have gotten. And now BTC has had a nice bounce back. It's above its 200-day moving average. Again, would love to see us have a green day. Would love to see us close again, a candle once above, above here. And remember, on the weekly, BTC is wanting to climb all the way back above its 20-week moving average, which is currently about $3,500 away or so. So this can be short tracked very quickly. And, we did get a little burst of excitement that caused a little bit of spark in the crypto market. All right. And this was actually the Nvidia earnings. A lot of people were holding their breath, hoping this was going to come back positive, and they crushed it. They beat revenue by 3.08%. They beat earnings per share by 5.22%. So this was actually a very good sign. And if you guys were watching the crypto market at that time, we pumped like 1% to 2% over the course of a couple minutes. So it was a big moment for the market. Now, here's the thing. We still have some big moments taking place over the next few days. We have a PCE report tomorrow. We have Charles's meeting this weekend. We have FTX distributions happening, mostly Solana coming out this time. So there are some things that could have a plus or minus on the crypto market. And so now the question is, what do we need to start seeing for ADA to start booming? What do we need to start seeing for this entire space to go on a big run? And it's actually very simple. Some people cite specific events, whether that be a digital asset stockpile, whether that be crypto regulation. There are things that can in fact be a catalyst for the crypto market, but it's a lot more simple than that. So we've actually been sitting at a time where we've now fallen into the lowest levels ever on the coin market cap crypto fear greed index, right? We're sitting right on the edge of extreme fear. And the question you have to ask yourself is the market actually that fearful? And the answer is no, it's really not. In fact, there's a lot of confidence around these price levels. Retail's been holding pretty well as of late. And understand that we just went through one of the most transparently, or one of the most obvious manipulation events in crypto history. It's very clear what they're trying to do. And for anybody that missed what's going on, basically large players in the space, whether that be institutional money, enterprises, whoever, they've basically been trying to manipulate retail into selling their bags so that they can pick them up on the back end behind the scenes. They can build out their crypto products, whether that be ETPs, exchanges, stables, whatever it may be. And what they're eventually going to do is they're going to market to the masses. They're going to try to push things in a big way. And why they're doing that is they see the money, right? They're not here for the tech. They're not here for the innovation. They're here to make money. And this is also a reason why I've talked. I was on a very long phone call about this yesterday. This is also the reason why I've talked about, no, we're not going to go on like this massive crash across the crypto market. It's because now that big money is in here, they're basically going to slow down any of these potential quote unquote crashes, right? That's why, again, BTC dropping to, 75K, 50K, whatever it may be, is not likely in the cards. You really think large players are going to take a 50% bath? No. They're going to buy in a huge way to prevent that from happening. It's why we've seen such stability despite retail freaking out. And what they're again going to do is they're going to start marketing and pushing it and making a bunch of money on the back end. And that's when things are going to be greenlit and we're going to just fly into mass adoption. Now, I kind of got off track there, but the biggest thing we need to be watching now in relation to obviously this crypto fear greed index is USDT dominance. The biggest thing we're not seeing right now is we're not seeing capital begin to flow back into the market. And what I mean is not capital outside the space, it's capital inside the space. It's people that have parked their money in stables. And here's the thing. USDT dominance is actually one of the best indicators we can use as to whether we are about to see a boom in price or not. If you don't believe me, let's take a look back at just some of the most recent ones. So if we look back at 2024, we can see that USDT dominance bottomed all the way back on March 14th or so, and then it started climbing all the way until about the early part of September. And then what happened is basically middle of October, it started falling out of structure. We started setting some lower lows here, and you guys can see that we eventually got to this point right on November 6th or so, where it just started tanking. And this was your moment to buy into the crypto market. This was your time to accumulate. And what we saw was this huge drop off in USDT dominance, huge signal for the market, right? And we saw multiple assets go on, 2, 3, 4x runs from that point. And then we started climbing once again, right? Take a look further back. Take a look at basically the two early parts of the market cycle, the early part of the bull market. Back here, USDT dominance, slowly but surely climbing. Then it started falling out of structure. When was that? Latter part of October of 2023, start of the bull market, right? Then we came down, we started cooling off. You saw it starting to climb over the course of January into the early part of February, and then it started to fall out of structure again. Guess what? That was a huge time to buy in the crypto market because February into March was when we saw another major boom, another boom in adoption taking place. So now here we sit with USDT dominance on the climb. And the question is when is it going to fall out of structure? That's the big question, right? And what we're seeing right now is USDT dominance did climb actually above 5%, but it's not wanting to separate from 5% that much, okay? So right now we basically return to pre-November levels in terms of USDT dominance, but yet the market caps are a little slightly higher, I believe, which means we have seen some new capital enter the space. That's probably the post-Thanksgiving crowd. And so now we are waiting, right? We are waiting for USDT dominance to confirm this trend the other way. It's the biggest thing we need to watch, because the thing is when this capital is flowing freely and starting to do moves like this is when all this money from outside the space starts flowing back into the space, right? That's when you start to see this hit in a bigger way. It starts to stabilize down in these like 3 to 3.5% ranges. And we start to see the rest of the crypto market just do that. Okay. That's the biggest thing that we're waiting for. And this is what we need to watch. We need to watch for this sign. When does USDT dominance start cratering again? When does the capital that's in the space start to hit the space? Now, this could be a catalyst. It could be announcement of a digital asset stockpile. It could be PC report. It could be just getting to March in general because February has just been frankly shit. Okay. I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but if you watch this, we are going to win in a big way here. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.